In this video, I will show you how to release stiffness and lack of mobility in the shoulder by just addressing 4 areas which I think are essential to bring back mobility and a better posture in the shoulder. We're going to address the pectoralis muscle, which is your chest muscle here in the front of the shoulder. We're going to address the latissimus dorsi, which is the back muscle here. And then the deltoid, which is directly here on top and on the side of your shoulder. And finally, on top here, you're going to have your levator scapula, which also insert into your shoulder blade. So with the DualSphere, you get 4 different levels of vibration. You get level 1 to 3, which are each time increasing. And then you have level 4, which is a rhythmic vibration going from level 1 to level 3. I'm going to choose level 2 for those 4 different release. First, let's identify which release we're going to do. I'm going to do the first is the pectoralis muscle, which if you think about it, it's very much involved with my shoulder. And when this muscle is very tight, we have a tendency to have a rollover shoulder. Or is the muscle tight because we have a bad posture? So we're going to place our hand here parallel to the floor and we're going to close it right there. And that is going to help us to identify the area where I'm going to place the DualSphere. And then I'm going to place the DualSphere right there with the curve of the DualSphere going towards my shoulder. And then with the opposite arm, I'm going to massage right there in this area. Relax the arm that is getting released and use the opposite arm. I relax the shoulder and you can see here the groove of the DualSphere is facing my shoulder. Once you have done this release, let's go for our second area, which is going to be our latissimus dorsi. Now, why do I choose this muscle that is in the back? Is because it does insert into your humerus here on the upper part and front part. So when your latissimus dorsi is very tight, it has also a tendency to internally rotate your arms, creating that bad posture. So to be able to know where I place the DualSphere, I'm going to put my opposite hand, my thumb into my armpit, and then close my hand around that muscle. And you can see in the back, those little fingers are right here. And I'm going to place here the DualSphere just right there. You can see that it kind of fit into the groove here of this muscle. You can use a wall or the floor to be able to create the compression. And that's what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to be on the floor, laying on my side. My arm is above my head. And then I'm going to look towards the ceiling and then just hold the compression here. Breathe deeply 3 times and then move to a little bit of a different area, a little bit lower, maybe an inch or half an inch. And then again, breathe and relax. And then I can also just roll back and forth, up and down an inch. Deltoids has actually 3 different areas in this muscle. One on the front, one in the medial part, and one in the back. And I'm going to address right here that medial part. Now again, you could be standing against the wall or being on the floor, but look at how the groove of the DualSphere is really fitting nicely along my arm. Here I'm going to just demonstrate sitting here so you can see how rolling from the shoulder to the elbow area, I don't need a lot of compression here. I breathe, relax the shoulder, and you can see here that the DualSphere are also in contact here with slightly the back of my arm or the front of my arm. So it's always nice to have the opposite arm involved into the release, so this one can relax. Good. The last one is going to be my levator scapula muscle. Now this muscle has his insertion and origin between the cervical spine and the upper corner of your shoulder blade. So I'm going to be into a position where my opposite ear is going to tilt to the shoulder and then my chin towards the ground. And then again, I'm going to use the groove here of my DualSphere to place it right there at the base of the neck. And then I'm going to roll using one hand on one of the DualSphere, the front one. I'm going to roll from my shoulder to the base of my neck. That's it. With those 4 release, you're going to notice that your shoulder has a better mobility, is feeling less tight. Remember that you can access great education on how to use all our targeted vibration device on the app, and the app is free to download. Just look into your app store for Power Plate, and you're going to select it, and then you're going to see here the targeted vibration device, and you're going to find a lot of education on how to use the roller, the pulse, and the DualSphere.